We're going to read The Wizard of Oz, a vintage book. It's adapted by Frank Alban's famous story. Oh, it's so cute. There's a blonde Dorothy. That's cool. Quite a different looking Toto. Dorothy, with her Uncle Henry and Aunt Em and her little dog Toto. I'm sorry, there's no pigs right now. We could totally change that though. Lived in a farmhouse on the plains of Kansas. One day, while Dorothy and Toto were standing on the back porch, she heard her uncle shout, "There's a cyclone coming, Em!" "Run for the cellar!" screamed Aunt Em. But before she could follow her aunt down the ladder into the dark hole under the house, the cyclone struck. What happens in situations of danger? That's right. Where are you going? Aren't you going to listen anymore? Are you leaving? Back here. We're getting to the good part. The cyclone's about to hit, man. Then a strange thing happened. The house whirled around 2 or 3 times and then slowly rose into the air. Dorothy felt as though she were going up in a balloon. I don't know in a balloon before, so I don't know what that feels like. It was very dark and the wind howled. The house almost tipped over. After a time, it rode more smoothly. Can you imagine riding in your house in the air? That'd be crazy. Well, this story's pretty crazy. Dorothy felt as though she were being rocked gently like a baby in a cradle. Toto barked loudly, but his mistress soon got over her fright. Before very long, both were fast asleep. When Dorothy awoke, she sprang from her bed and with Toto at her heels, ran to open the front door. Her eyes grew big with wonder, and she gave a cry of amazement at the sights she saw. The cyclone had set the house down very gently for a cyclone in the midst of a beautiful countryside. And these pages have been totally marked up. Somebody didn't like them. As she stood looking eagerly about her, she noticed a group of the strangest people she had ever seen. One of them made a bow and said, "I am the Witch of the North." "Oh dear," cried Dorothy. "If you're really a witch, can you help me get back to my home in Kansas?" "No, witches really can't do that." "But how can I get there?" asked Dorothy. "You must walk." See, there's your first clue as to they can't really help you, because if you have to walk the whole entire way, I mean, really. "The silver slippers, which belong to the Wicked Witch of the East, will help you, and I will give you my kiss." Oh, why are we giving kisses out? "No one will dare injure you then." Thereupon she came close to Dorothy and kissed her gently on the forehead. I know. Why are their kisses being given out? Dorothy put on the silver shoes, picked up her basket, and with Toto running alongside her, started bravely along the yellow brick road that led toward the Emerald City. After Dorothy had walked several miles, she stopped by the side of the yellow road to rest. From where she sat, she could see a scarecrow standing in the midst of a cornfield. "Good day." "Did you speak?" asked Dorothy in surprise. "Certainly," said the scarecrow. "I could get down if this pole weren't stuck up through my coat." "My name is Dorothy," she said, "and I'm going to the Emerald City to see the Wizard of Oz." "Do you," he asked, "think if I go with you, the great..." I know, this is pretty unbelievable to you too. "If I go with you, the great Oz would give me some brains in place of the straw with which my head is stuffed?" "It will do no harm to try," replied Dorothy. So the little girl and the scarecrow and Toto started together. Scarecrow politely carried Dorothy's basket. See, he's a real gentleman. Uh-oh. Oh, there's more markings. Oh, so I didn't like this one. Or maybe they were chopping the page. "I cannot imagine," replied the scarecrow. When they had walked a little way, they came into a sight that made both stop with a cry of surprise. One of the big trees that had been partially chopped through, and standing beside it with an uplifted axe in his hands, was a man made entirely of tin. "Did you groan?" asked Dorothy. "Yes," answered the Tin Man. "I did. I've been groaning for more than a year." "Oh, what can we do for you?" she said. "Get an oil can and oil my joints. They're rusty so badly that I cannot move them. You can find one in my cottage." Dorothy ran quickly to the cottage, found the can, and soon was busy oiling the Tin Woodman's rusty joints. In a few minutes, he gave a happy sigh and lowered his axe. I'm just getting to the good part, Shag. Stick around. "Ah, Oh, I might have stood there forever if you'd not come along. He was happy. He was, Shag. Don't disagree with me. He was. We're on our way to the Emerald City to see the great Wizard of Oz, explained Dorothy. Do you suppose if I ask him, Oz would give me a heart? Asked the Tin Woodman anxiously. Come along with us and see, invited the Scarecrow. We have to wonder, why does he need a heart? He doesn't really say, does he? No. Do you have a heart, TT? You look like a mouse. TT the mousy. You're a mousy, aren't you, TT? Are you a mouse? Yes. We interrupt this programming to bring you TT the mouse. Are you in the story too, TT? Putting the oil can in the basket in case of need, that was smart thinking, the three comrades in Toto started on their way along the yellow brick road that wound through the wood. Not long afterwards, they met a huge and very ferociously roaring lion. You guys aren't going to leave just because there's a lion. Oh, come on. Dorothy was frightened until the king of beasts admitted with shame that he was a cowardly lion. He asked whether Dorothy thought the great wizard would give him courage. She invited him to join their company. After many adventures, they came to the end of the forest and could see a green glow, which became brighter and brighter. This must be the Emerald City. What are you doing? Don't mess with my stuff, dude, cried Dorothy. In the afternoon, they came to a great... You know that the Emerald City glowed, sir? Sir, did you know that? You did? Oh, okay. We were making sure. Great wall that surrounded the Emerald City. It was high and thick and bright in color. The gate was studded with emeralds. Dorothy pushed a button and the gate opened. Inside the gate, they were met by a little man dressed in green. See? Are you little, Shag? Do you believe this? Little man who could ride on your back, Shag. Who seemed surprised when they stated their errand. I am the guardian of the gate, he announced. I will take you to the wizard's palace, but first, each of you must put on a pair of these green spectacles. Otherwise, the brightness and glory of Emerald City would blind you. The next day, Dorothy was taken into the throne room. They don't say what happens in between that time and this time. And seated in the throne room, she saw an enormous head. It's like, Humpty Dumpty. Oh, here we go. What's happening here? Could interrupt this programming to see what TT's doing to Casper. TT, leave Casper alone. Caspada, come on, Caspada. Come this way. She won't follow you. She's imitating a giant head, I think. He's running away. Oh, this is too funny. Well, everybody's gone, but basically he asked them to destroy the Wicked Witch of the West. Like, they're really going to be able to do that. But after she's gone, then he's going to help them. There's Glinda. Oh, it's Princess Glinda. I don't know how she became a princess. She's saying goodbye to them, and then she comes back. That's what happens. You're awesome. Look like a mousy.